we have a small exercise. Generally, the last time we have session, so we had a what do you call interactive session, interaction session, right? So तशेंच ह्या फाटी आमी अशें एक interaction session एक design केल्लें आसा. So what we do is we form groups and everyone सगळ्यांक participate करचें पडटलें and we'll have judges. Mr. Chandrakant Naik was the judge last time as well and Mr. Deepak Naik will be the second judge. Yes. Okay. So these three gentlemen will be the judges for tonight. So starting from, let Kiran also participate. Kiran be included in this.
Yeah, Kiran is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So start from you. Start to count one. Say one.
One.
Two. Sorry, two.
Only the Chandu two. No, we are not participating. You can't. They are not the judge. You should be that. One, two, three, four, five. One, two,
three, five, four, five, three.
Amaranth three.
अरे ये लोग मिस हो गया था बीच में. Three आता है. 4, 5, 1.
Remember your number.
Remember your numbers. All the ones come together, twos come together, threes come together, fours come together, and fives come together.
One.
So one come this side.
One, two. One, five. Five हो गया ना?
तुम लोग कितने जने हैं?
5 जने.
ये लोग भीड़ कैसा बन गया?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 हो गए.
6 हो गया. ठीक है 6 रन. तो तुम लोग कितने लोग हैं? एक इधर आ जाओ. कोई भी आ जाओ. एक आ जाओ. कम क्या?
अभी हम लोग एम्प्लॉय छोड़ नहीं सकते.
Good करेंगे. हो गया? Step by जा रहा हूँ. ठीक है? Now take a check. कुछ मत करो आगे. Don't ask me any question. Take a check. ठीक है? Number 2.
Let me go to number 1.
Open कर सकता ना?
Don't do it. Wait for my instruction. Don't open. Number 3. Number 4.
सीनियर एम्प्लॉय लेंगे.
Senior employee. Number 5. Excellent. Good. Now each of these states has a situation. Now this situation, you need to solve it using the Chanakya Niti. Okay, that is the whole idea. How would Chanakya would have thought, for solving this situation? Now you can open your sheets. In supplement is written. Take it.
Not judging. You are also judging.
Build a culture of integrity that still wins in Kaliyuga. What question, sir?
अपना सिनेरियो पढ़ा रहेगा. Okay, listen. So the first जो लिखा आपने, it's a heading. Now for me it is read as the price war. लोग का हर एक का दूसरा heading रहेगा, right?
What parameters?
Then you have the scenario. For me here it is a competitor suddenly drops prices by 20% to capture your customers, your margin is already thin. Now then comes the challenge. Would Chanakya fight back with the price cuts, alliances, or a new strategy? How would he outsmart rather than outspend the rival? So this is your question. This is what you need to tackle. Now, understand nothing is right or wrong here. Okay, anything could be right, anything could be wrong. You don't know how it's going to be. But give your best strategy to us, and we'll decide who will be the winner. You have another 5 minutes. Is okay?
Yeah.
5 minutes is okay, right?
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay, you have 10 minutes. Okay, and then exactly 10 minutes.
8:50.
What's the time now?
8:05. 8:15. In 8:50.
Okay, start the timer. No, they will come and they will say.
Come on, present now.
They will say the idea.
Yeah, they will come. They will come. No, they will come and say, this is my problem. This is our solution.
Okay, it is 8:05 now. 8:15 till 8:50 you have the time. Okay, 8:50.
Then they can know that we come for the
त्याच्या पहिले आम्ही जर ती पेटंट डिपेंड सिच्युएशन
Just a quick tip to everyone. Don't forget your solution should be feasible. Please hear me out. Your solution should be feasible. Out of the box thinking has applied Chanakya Niti. That team will win. Feasible, again I'm saying. It should be a feasible solution.
Take one part. Start.
You know what actually the role sketches now. What he said about the high risk
आणि मोटिवेशन अमाउंट बेसिकली
But 5,000 rupees is the cash prize. Per group. Thank you for the enthusiasm. Great discussions, I think. Okay.
Very good.
So who wants to start? किसी को आना है आगे? Who wants to start? Okay, group number 1, are you ready? Group number 1. Okay, all of you please come on stage. Read the problem statement. Give the strategies, feasible solution.
Please take your seat. Very interesting cases are there.
Bend up, please. Okay, stop all the discussions, please.
Come on.
Good evening, everyone. We have got a problem shipment. Before that, I'll just introduce the team. We have Sachin, Chetan, Kunal, Priyanka, and myself, Kiran. Our problem statement is a scenario about restoring integrity in business. The way you see corruption and shortcuts becoming normal in your industry. The Chanakya challenge is, what strategies would Chanakya deploy to create a culture of integrity that still wins in Kali? So first we'll let you know our understanding of the question. Corruption and shortcuts. So corruption is very obvious. Corruption, what does it mean? So let's say we have a company, okay? Our peers are using corruption and shortcuts. Shortcuts is basically, let's say, skipping the compliance processes. And they are going ahead, right? So that's a dilemma in front of us. Should we take that approach or we do something different? Okay? So we had a short discussion, and based on the inputs that we got, we are just presenting few points, and anyone of you please feel free to add. So first thing we feel is, as a leader of the company, you should have a strong belief in what you are doing. What really is your vision and how you want to achieve it. So if that belief of that leader, of that pati is not there, it will not, you will not be able to percolate it to the employees, right? So that's a first step. Whether let's say let's say Chetan, he is the leader of the company. Does he believe in his processes? Does he believe what is his vision? That's the first. So absolute laser clear clarity. Once that is there, how you share that vibe with the employees, right? You basically build a So build a strong consequence matrix. Basically, let everyone be accountable for what they are doing. Give them that time, right? And make sure that they know what is the reward, what they are getting for that process. This is from a process perspective. Develop similar clones. Similar clones in the sense, thought process of what Chetan is bringing in, he will make sure that he builds 4 more people of the similar thought process. Those 4 people will eventually build 4 more people of that similar thought process. And then that thought process slowly percolates to every employee of the company, right? Give them a belongingness to the mission. A simple example, I'm not sure whether the story is true or it is made up, but supposedly when Kennedy visited the space center, when they were sending the first man to the moon, when he was entering the space center, there was a sweeper, झाड़ू मारता माणूस ছিল. देखते हैं ऐसे विचार तो कित करते हैं? That sweeper said, I am sending man to the moon. It's a beautiful story, right? Which means that sweeper was not just sweeping. He was so involved in the entire mission that he had pride. As Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai said today, Honda man, I am a Honda man, right? So that is the culture that needs to be built in the organization. Once that is there, the laser clarity is there, that we can go by the right processes, then the corruption will not creep in and the shortcuts will not be needed. Okay? Again, shortcuts not needed does not mean that you cannot innovate. And maybe I allow Chetan to add one point here regarding shortcuts.
Thank you. Actually, I'll give you an example like the Marwadi people when they come in. They walk in alone, but when you see after a year or so, they have a team behind them. That is what the clone actually is, the meaning of life. They get one business, they start with one single business and then they develop into multiple businesses. So that is what actually we want to say. That making clone is important, giving your idea, making the same person like you're in the market, and then you develop the clone. That we actually.
Anyone wants to add? Anand, any questions you want to ask, I can ask. Yes.
So, you're done?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions from your side?
Your topic is to see how you will bring innovation into shortcuts and corruption.
No, that is not the topic. The topic is without corruption how?
So you have not touched that point.
No. The topic is basically our peers are into corruption and taking shortcuts. Shortcuts is basically, that's what I understood. Skipping compliance. How do we not skip progress? Without taking shortcuts, our peers outside. So how I held how I should be able to hold my company in that competitive market without slipping.
Without getting into the same
corruption and process shortcuts. How we will do that?
Actually,
how are you going to work on that?
without corruption, the shortcuts. That is what we want to say. That when a single Marwadi comes in, when a single Marwadi comes in, he is doing his business, and that is without any corruption. He is in shortcut. Like 4 people are there, and when I myself am the beginner of the business, I make 4 crores, and without corruption that will grow, and then they will multiply. That is the way it goes.
See, at the bottom of it, we are what Kiran highlighted initially was that we will have a process-oriented organization or a product. Okay, so once a process is foolproof, none of the employees would be deviating from it. Okay, and within that process, once our employee is trained, okay, who is at the helm of the affairs, that person clones multiple employees in the same fold in a positive way. So compliance and the processes which pass on to the next employees ensure that there is integrity in this entire working and the process. And if things fall in line in the specified timeline, we need not be paying anybody bribes or for that matter, we will not be participating in any bribing activity.
Correct. But see, he said, what Kiran said, your peers, or rather your competitors, they are already bribing and they are in the system and they are in.
So how will you survive? How will you progress?
So, sorry, I'll just tell you. There look out what they are thinking and what we are thinking. You are thinking that the other organization, within the organization there is a corruption. That's what you're thinking, right?
We were comparing ourselves with other organizations.
The other company
Within the organization.
The other company within it. And what we are thinking, I'll tell you, we are thinking कि तो दूसरा स्नेह तो कस्टमर राइट देता आणि बिझनेस करता आणि you are आणि what they are thinking business what are you going to do with all these processes and everything? Yeah, but their thought process is the other company within the organization there is bribing happening. So what they are trying to say, we will have that principles and ethics that people won't bribe. That's what you're saying.
Tata culture.
Tata culture, yeah. Tata culture, okay.
See? No, I got it.
So today the question is, how will Chanakya treat it? Right? So today also in his point he talked about the sales, American sales and the Indian sales. Right? He talked it very lightly, but he talked mainly about long-term relationships. So that becomes one of our founding principles. Okay. That you work on the long-term relationship. Sorry, but the gain might not be immediate, but in the long term, have the conviction that you will survive. That is important. If the leader is shaken, it's not going to work. I agree with you.
Correct. And what is right and what is wrong is wrong. There should be absolute clarity. Again,
I'll repeat my sentence. What is right and what is wrong is wrong. And throughout the organization, I believe there should be clarity on this.
They are ready to wait for long-term gain.
Okay.
You want to add something? You understood, sir? What is that?
Yeah. She was very.
Okay, thank you so much.
Say something. Please.
Say something.
They are
Open
feeling
your mind.
Actually, they added as a team, there should be a teamwork. In an industry, there should be a good, positive teamwork. There should be the employee should be knowledgeable. There should not be any corruption. You shouldn't give any pride to your employees to do this work. Yeah, correct. And after doing this, there will be a smooth functioning of the business, and you will reach the destination, a smooth destination. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Group 1. Thank you so much. Creative words, I would say. Thank you again. Thank you for the results. Group number 2. So you have the timer, you can see that, okay? 5 minutes. Start.
Good evening everyone. Myself Mitesh.
Okay, silence please, everyone, silence.
Good evening everyone. Myself Mitesh. With me is Prasad, Bhushan and Amit. So our scenario was loyalty versus competence. Scenario A.
Hello.
So our scenario was scenario A, loyalty versus competence. Your company is growing rapidly. You have 2 key managers. One is loyal but not very skilled. The other is highly competent but arrogant and politically manipulative. The Chanakya challenge: how would Chanakya balance loyalty and efficiency? Would he retain both, reform one or replace one? So, as leaders, our Chanakya Niti was.
We has enormously decided to go with both. We would like to retain both the employees, because in the first sentence itself it is written that your company has been grown rapidly. So the growth has come from both the employees. One is competent employee also, and one who is loyal to the organization, one is there for long. And if we are removing even one of them, it will go a wrong message to the other employee, because अगर कोई लॉयल बंदे को हम लोग निकालते तो बोलेंगे इतने साल से काम कर रहा है उसको निकाल दिया, एंड द कॉम्पिटेंट पर्सन इफ यू रिमूव तो वो भी कह जाएगा कि इस बंदे ने इतनी मेहनत की और इस कंपनी को इतना बड़ा किया है, इसको आप निकाल रहे हो, तो इट रॉन्ग मैसेज विल गो टू दैट ऑल द एम्प्लॉइज. So that is why we have suggested to go with both of them and continue. So how about Prasad?
Yeah. So I will tell what we will do with the individual, the person who is technically very sound, doing good for the company, but the problem is he is politically motivated. What we will give him is an individual contributor role, so that he will contribute more to the growth of the company, but his political affection, politically कोणा motivate करू शकते ना किंवा properly म्हणजे as a टीमाक तो disturb करू शकते ना, पण तो individually full growth देतलो आणि company त्याचे full benefit घेऊ शकते. आणि about the other loyal person, what will do?
Yeah, speaking about the loyal person, so at the end of the day, loyalty is a virtue, right? And we don't want to set a bad example by letting the other employees feel that if they are loyal to the company, they won't be valued. And another thing regarding the loyal person is agreed that he is currently not that skilled, but skills are something that can be taught. Okay, nobody is born competent, so that is something we can probably be placed something in a people manager role or something like that, and he can be made to undergo trainings where he can grow to that skill level. And at the end of the day, obviously, no one is perfect, right? Each one has positive and negative points. So our approach is basically to amplify the positive points and at the same time disregard or suppress the negative points, so that we can gain from both the perspectives. And to end the discussion, I will just give it to Anand.
Yeah, so basically what we are looking at is the vision of the company, and we are trying to not only build the company, we build relationships as well. Okay, so what message by what we had discussed till now is like both people were key and instrumental people in getting the company up, right? And we understand what their individual roles are and their good points, plus points and their pros. And we are trying to minimize the pros and taking the good point side so that the company can move ahead. This puts a positive impact on people below them, the managers, I mean the manager at a higher level, right? So they see a career path for everyone in the company based on relationship where we all grow together. Thank you.
Yeah, but I have some question. Yeah. Disloyal employee, if you pass on some more critical information or your competitors to your competitors, how we are going to control that?
So actually it was not disloyal in the first place. It was mentioned he was politically manipulative.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means he was probably just playing internal company politics, and that is why the approach was to put him in a position where there is no scope to actually be politically manipulative. So if you see an individual contributor role, obviously the focus will be more on his individual skills, right? And we will be minimizing his politically manipulative nature. So there was no question of disloyalty, and that is why we did not say that.
They take it, but if you see the opening line, right, both are instrumental in getting the company where they are. So they are contributed. It's not that they are made harm or anything, right? It's only that at a certain level we need to find out that what's best for the company to take it to the next level. Right? So making an individual contributor, the way it works is the skills are getting tapped, but he cannot do any manipulative thing. I mean, when you have a team, you can manipulate here, you can do that. The second person is also good, right? He's loyal, but not as skilled. So we are using both the skills, trying to grow them both at the same time. Yeah.
And just to add, we will try giving him some people management skills and all, so that he also contributes in the other part also.
Other person is politically motivated. He is not using anything wrong against the company. He may be doing politics for his internal growth, or he may be looking forward for the next level position. That is why he is doing politics. So he is not doing politics to damage your organization as per this what we are talking.
Very good. Okay, thank you so much, Group 2. Good teamwork, good thought process, well laid out. Group number 3. Okay, group number 3. 5 मिनट यहाँ पे ऑन किया है, स्टार्ट किया।
Hello everyone. So I'm Ravikant Savalke, and we have Sanjeev Pawar, Kishan Sawant, Amar Naik, and Milimita. So our topic is the playing game. Two departments keep playing each other for teenage. Chanakya challenge is how would Chanakya restore collaboration through shared metrics, silent observation, or strategic restructuring. So based on this, what we discussed and what we thought is we will if we think Chanakya Niti, so we will first observe, we will understand what is the bottleneck between the two departments, as this is causing the delay in any, say for example, if there is a manufacturing unit and if the product is not in time. So we will firstly understand what is the issue there, first try to solve understand the problems, and then we will try to act on it. So to act on it, we basically need to have some critical points noted. So we will start on restructuring the team. So basically restructuring in the sense, we need to understand what are the skill sets of each individual members in the team. We will understand that based on their individual skills, we will try to allocate specific departments. So there might be a switch between departments as well. Also, we will try to ensure that there is a dependency between two departments. So if there is a common goal, we have a common goal set. So if the goal is set, right, so each team cannot work individually. So there's a team, both the teams needs to complete that goal, and then only it's the final task that will be completed. So we will ensure that there is a dependency between two teams, and without the dependency being actually completed, the task will not be completed. So that is what we will ensure. The first point, we will make sure that there is a dependency within the organization.
Yeah, my name is Kishan Sawant. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to use all 3 points, that is silent observation, strategic restructuring. Hello. What we are trying to do is we are trying to use all 3 points, not just one, that is silent observation, strategic restructuring, and shared metric. So as Ravi said, like, we are trying to look at what's the issue with both the teams, like what's the problem between both the teams, and then we are trying to see if we can maybe use like see what teams or like what members we can change, because based on their skills and alignments with the task each team has. So that's how we're going to restructure. And in the third point, what we're trying to do is, even after you have all this restructuring, you need to see whether these teams are working fine or not. So we need to see what are their contributions within the team, how well they are contributing, and whether it is aligning with what the tasks are required. And in the end, that's what the final goal should be, that both teams need to work for the common good. It shouldn't be like blaming each other for doing some sort of delays or doing some mistake. It should be a collaborative effort, and yeah, that's how we're trying to solve this.
We will work as a team to achieve the final.
Right. I was the same.
But how do you mentioned that work is a team? Okay, that is a slogan. How you are going to really implement it to the group level? That you need to explain.
Yes, that is what we try to explain. Basically we will understand what are the bottlenecks. Based on the bottlenecks, we will understand each and individual team member's skill set. So based on the skill set, what is the issue? So we will get to know if there is an issue. Say when we are growing as a team or individual, so that if he requires to grow as a team leader, so we will get him to that position. But whether he is actually in a position to do that or not. Also, we will try to ensure that there is a dependency between both the teams. So without resolving the dependency, the task cannot be completed.
That is what we will ensure that both the teams work together.
Ensure that there is a dependency between the two teams.
Yeah, what will you do? Is it just, I just want to try. What will you do? Why there is a dispute between these two? Why they are blaming it? Is it a leadership issue between the leaders of the two groups? What are the real core issue?
No, see, the thing is the scenario. We don't know what the real issue could be because.
But is it not necessary to identify why the blame game is started?
So
that means this can happen only when there is a no clarity, right?
Yeah.
So are you going to get into those details and then find out the solution? Yes. If there is a perfect clarity whose role is what, which department is supposed to, who is responsible for what, then only the blame game will stop. What are your authorities' responsibilities? What are your, at least you have to put down the clear clarity into every individual and then this blame game will automatically start.
That's what we experienced.
Either it is personality clash.
No, it's not personal. It can be anything. Like it can be like maybe because some tasks that you have assigned a wrong skilled person or maybe a lower skilled person who is not supposed to be doing that task. It could be something like related to that. There could be some leadership clashes. There could be even between the peer clashes. Like let's say in the development, in software development, we say I did some changes. The other guy is not agreeing with that when we're trying to do code right. So he says that, oh no, this is not correct. But then this is not because the change I made is not correct. It could be correct, but it is because there is an ego clash. Like because both are clear, both have the same qualification. There's some sort of ego clashes. So they need to come in middle. There needs to be some middle ground, or else they won't be able to work in a team and do proper contribution. So that's how. I think what we're trying to see is we are trying to see the first bottleneck, the issues that we have, and the second point is we're trying to look at what skills each member has and whether it could be it would be more appropriate to the team A or it would be more appropriate to team B. And in the third one, what we're trying to see is we will be creating dashboard that will see that will basically look at what's the individual contribution, how they are contributing, what they are contributing, whether they are contributing towards the task or is it something else. So having the shared metric, that is like looking at each individual contribution, individual skills, whether we can look at that, and that way even they know that okay, their skills have been, their contributions have been looked at, they have been reviewed, so they have an accountability. Okay, we need to do better, or else it is not going to do proper.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much. Group number 3. Group number 4.
Hello? Yes. So I would like to add one more thing here. Shared goals, clarity, shared matrix, how I will evaluate, on what parameters. And then last one is shared benefits. If you incentivize the goal achieved by both the teams together and incentivize the shared benefit, then it will work. So the last point was missing, shared benefit. What am I getting there? If we work together.
Group number 4.
Group number 4. That was the point that was missing.
Good evening everyone. Myself Anikesh here. My team members Umesh Kaka, Abhishek, Sanjeev, Abhijit and the most youngest member Swaraj here. Okay, so we had got a scenario in which the topic is a copycat rival. Okay, a rival has copied our new product and has entered the market faster. The Chanakya challenge is how would Chanakya use intelligence, timing and strategy to reclaim the advantage without an open confrontation. Okay, so I would request Abhijit to start with it.
You could have started, and even if we start our business, we are facing a problem where our business is already copied, the product is copied, right of the route. But at this situation, we are going to use all the different strategies what Chanakya has written for us. Okay, first we would negotiate with the rival. We have taken our products here and let's work out a better deal. As you said, just you mentioned about equal and equal share. If it works out, it's fine. We can also categorize, that you take care of this region, we can take care of this region. This is big, the classification, you can take care of this, we will take care of that. Works out, well and good. If not, then they have the thing that we are the masters of the product because they have copied from us anyhow. They are not the masters. We know the nitty-gritties of the product. We can change some parameters and we can reduce our cost, and we can pitch in the market with a lesser price or added product advantage, whatever works in. At the same time, we are not going to keep quiet because we know this they have been copied because there is some leak from our company. So we will be working on that. How can we see that leak? So that is one of the things. Also, we will go for patent in case. We will patent the product or the process, whatever we have. And then, though if we negotiate it okay, but later on we are going to find this product, we are going to take the exclusivity. And then we are going to rule the market with our own. So this strategy will always be that is done. We are going to give them a time, we are going to sue them if they have copied and even if they are selling after we have a patent. So some now we pay them. That would be, of course, we go to the market and we take exclusivity and put them in the court for copying the process. And then, of course, we are going to reclassify. Okay, if you are negotiating with us, you take this region, you take this region, we can coexist. So that would be what strategies we would apply, and finally we would solve the problem and have a better profit.
Anything else to add?
Any questions you have, and or if anyone wants to add what if I missed something?
How you like there was a problem with Lay's in Balaji. Lay's in Balaji. Lay's wafers in Balaji. Balaji was the
Lay's in Balaji, I don't know the actual story, but I think they have bargained on the price. They are not taking that process or anything, but they are looking at a local one. If I'm not wrong, if the story is what I know the story, Balaji is coming with smaller packets, 5 rupees one, and every nook and corner, every region. I think they have also used the great one. They are not going globally or they are not going nationally. They look at the small shops in small states. They are repacking it. The prices are smaller, packets are smaller. So they are taking advantage of the thing. How I can distribute it. So we have different strategies based on how the situation works out after the negotiation.
Yeah, but I'm not really convinced with your point of negotiation. The first point was wrong. Are you going to go to competitors lower and negotiate with him?
Yeah,
that is somehow practically
agreed. Practically, it's not. I totally agree. It may not be practical, but now there is one thing which I'm trying to do with him. When I'm going to negotiate with him, he's probably of the opinion, okay, fine. He is not suing me. He's okay. He's behaving. मेरे पास आ गया. नहीं बोलूँगा मैं. But at the same time, I'm working on my patent. I'm working on to modify my process. Anyway, I'm going to sue him. Anyway, I'm going to take my exclusivity. मेरे को उसको थोड़ा गाफिल रखने का कि बाबा ये आ गया टेबल पे. He still wants to talk to me. So let him be in that thought. He's not that dangerous fine. So this is one of the broad strategy which I'm going to work on.
Yeah, as a strategy.
And also you need to improvise your process, quality, pricing.
Yeah, that is I'm already master of it. If it has been copied from me, then no one can beat it. I always has an edge on it. So I can modify, I can redevelop, I can add extra factors, I can change my USPs. So I have the total understanding of the product.
Good? Done?
I think you
want to add?
Uncle said just now about Balaji and Lay's. As far I know, Lay's used to give small quantity, in which Balaji counter it, and from in many ads they give slogan like "Hawa kam wafers zyada." Due to this, many customers are attracted to the packaging also and to the strategy. That's why eventually Lay's sales were declining and Balaji took over the market.
I should appreciate your understanding of the market. That's exactly that they did.
And exactly,
Wafers come, Hawa Jada. Was a counter attack of Balaji on Lay's, though Balaji was a copycat, but they scored over in the insight of the customer.
One more thing.
Customer insight was more with Balaji and less with Lay's.
Yeah, because they were pointed out, they were attacked on the weakness. Competitors' weakness.
Yes, and one more thing, Balaji did not took over whole India. They started from all small part. Yes. They started from Gujarat. Yes. They started it from Gandhinagar. They slowly spread it all over the Gandhinagar, and eventually they started capturing whole state Gujarat, and eventually they captured whole India and then whole world.
Fantastic. Good. Thank you so much. Well done, group number 4. Good understanding. Good understanding. I think it's really great to listen to this. What they just told us. And one thing also came out. I think that you can copy the product, you can copy the service. The one thing that you cannot really copy is the core, the DNA of a company. That you really cannot, replicate. So I think well done again, group number 4. Last group number 5.
Hello. So our challenge scenario
Introduce
was,
the team first.
So team, I'll introduce while we talk.
Okay.
So this is a generational divide, and if you look at our group, there is a generational divide in our group. We have Ranjit, Ronil, Divya, Madhav Kaka, and me, Neeraj. And if you look at us, we are from different generations. We have baby boomer, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. So I'll let each of them introduce some of the issues that they have experienced themselves in this generational divide. So the problem statement is older employees resist change while younger ones question hierarchy. And we've all faced this, and we'll talk about it. The Chanakya challenge is how would Chanakya integrate wisdom and innovation without alienating either group. So let me start with Ranjit.
I'm Ranjit Desai. So what I would need to tell you here, so I am here, since last 30 years in the industry. And when I started my journey, so computer हम लोगों ने तो DOS में चालू किया था, disk operating system. And now it is entire things have changed. And if I have not updated myself, so I would have been out from the market. And I could able to reach at this level, supply chain head. It is the next to the management level, this MDK next position there. So because I made it changes in my life, so I could able to reach here.
Hi, my name is Ronil Kalvade. So I come from the millennial phase, and I have an issue with the hierarchy that why is something which can be done quite quickly by a younger generation takes a lot of time for many of my seniors. So that's the issue which I relate with the current challenge which we are being given.
So, as a young co-worker, I would try to understand all the problems that my old employees face. I would try to understand the time they are taking to cope up with the new technology. I would entertain their serious doubts, and I would build a good, healthy working culture.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Madhav Naik. My experience of 42 years, joined Navy at the age of 16. And in the last 42 years, I have only learned one thing. If you are physically, mentally, and professionally fit, you can do all the achievements, whatever you decide in any organization. Talking about the old generation is a jewel of the company. If the person is working more than 15 years, with respect to his knowledge, he has achieved so much of experience, he can change all the situations into winning situations. Now some companies say, I have worked for maybe 20 years, 21 years in a US company. I have learned one thing, as a middle management, they are the backbone of the company. At the older age, whatever changes are going to there, time every decade, they can easily accept. But the younger generation will not accept because their vision is too high on the salary. But when you pass 15 years, you are working as a professional, you don't decide about the money, what benefits I get, but what I can give to the company, what I achieved in 15 years, that we do. Thank you.
Gap is very clear.
So to address the issue which we are being given, we have formed innovated a sort of a strategy which is very close from the Chanakya Niti. So we are trying to adopt a framework of Sam Dam Danda way from Chanakya Niti itself to address or give solutions to this particular problem. So just to give a quick snap of the problem, basically the issue is that the old people are having an issue with the change, while the younger generation has an issue with the hierarchy. Our goal is to not alienate either of these two group of people. So the solution, if we go by the SAM or the convincing ability, the focus on the older generation would be to basically give them options to adopt to new technologies or to move to internally within different departments. Second,
and we are trying to train them so that they can upgrade themselves for the new technology.
Okay. Second would be to basically convince them to adapt to uncertainty, which is much more. Or basically we are in a much dynamic environment, so the idea is to adapt to uncertainty, to convince them. Third is to basically build leadership within the older generation. So I think maybe I could.
So basically, we are going with the Chanakya Niti, so Sam, Dam, Danda way. So for Sam, we will be upgrading the old employees with the new technologies, and we will try to understand the gaps, whichever may become. So for Dam, we will be appreciating them with bonuses, so that will encourage them to adapt to the new technologies. So in case of Dand, that will be basically some delayed promotions, or maybe we can put them in the performance improvement programs. And they will be so we are not trying to propagate groupism, but they will be like a divide and rule. So we will basically try to boost their confidence, and we will try to propagate the new technology in the old employees.
And we'll invite them to a KME group like this so that they can present and basically come together and present something so that they see that working together will benefit the whole company as a whole.
This today's scenario, if any organization has to change into profits, making number of changes in process, sales or anything. But one thing people are forgetting, if you have to increase your profits, you have to reduce your losses. We don't study on this. In my company, we started studying on only losses. So we could recover in a year 50% into profits. Whatever losses, money was there, it was 50% recovered. So then we got our achievements. Thank you.
Basically, you are going to do in a team building exercise between these two that you mentioned.
Team building in the sense, our problem is a typical problem right now in the industry, because old generation also there, new generation also there, and on adaptation is going to be a major success mantra over here, because otherwise, everywhere threatening is not going to work. Threatening means then it is a divide and rule, and divide and rule होने के बाद results में भी बहुत problem आते हैं. I come across this one because why I want to explain here, because when I started my career with the Monsanto, we have seen those people where just we are manually weighing the bottles and other things. Then we have adapted the machinery. I bought the machinery, sir, हमारा पूरा नौकरी जाएगा. So then we told them नहीं नौकरी ऐसा नहीं जाएगा, क्योंकि आपका काम कम हो जाएगा. So we try to train them, and some of them adapted. Some of them we have tried to fit another department kind of things where they can't adapt. So those kind of things we have to find.
So basically, if we just look at the framework, I think if we look at the convincing bit, the focus on the old guys is basically to adapt to uncertainty. But in terms of the younger generation, what we intend to or basically give the message is that old age or silver hair doesn't necessarily mean that it's out of use. It also means experience. It also means legacy. It also means understanding the business much better than understanding technology. Technology changes, but businesses or the processes don't change. So basically, we intend to give this idea or translate this idea to the younger generation who want everything quite quickly. But if we look at it from the now perspective, basically in terms of the old individuals, we want to incentivize performance-based learning or technology-based learning. But in terms of the younger generation, what we intend to give is more of a leadership-oriented or a mentorship-oriented role-based learning system, so that there is a respect for hierarchy as well for the younger generation. In terms of the adult aspect, what we are looking for, as in I understand some decisions are hard to take since there are people involved, but as a leadership team, we understand that some decisions have to be taken. I know they are hard, but it's a bitter pill that we need to solve. So in terms of the older age, what we intend to suggest is basically to be straightforward, give that message that either you perform or perish. So there's no other option. You have to perform. It's a business at the end of the day. I know it's a bit of it, but we have to solve it. And in terms of the younger generation, I think we have to be very hard on them as well. That you need to adopt certain hierarchies. Not everything can be a flat structure and you can go ahead with that. Also, I think we also...
One more thing I want to add here. See, we have to, for the younger generation, we have to let the company at this level because of that hard effort. And since you work with the new technology, they can't be redundant. So that also, as a management guy, I have to convince them this is what we have to do.
Taking the point which Ranjit just mentioned, so basically we are also...
See what I can make, are you more focused on the older employees?
No. We are jointly, we are focusing on the both.
Or it's a balanced approach?
It's a combination of both.
Are you
biased?
We are making sure the healthy collaboration. So collaboration.
That's the reason we mentioned in the very start of our session that we are a combination of two diverse groups. There would be varied perspectives to different approaches. So the idea is to have a balanced approach for both of these groups. So as I just mentioned, even in terms of that, we are not just saying that apply it on the entire employees only. We are also looking for opportunities like benching or alternative hiring for younger individuals who are not willing to come back. And in terms of pay, I know it's a word which is taken in a negative connotation, but at the end of the day, we are running a business. So divide and rule has to work. Either you comply or the targets are not met. If you don't meet the target, exactly.
You need to encourage new blood also. You need to encourage new blood.
Otherwise, if the business is not there,
we have encouraged the on the leadership perspective. They are the trainer for the older generation. So that is a proud moment for them.
So in conclusion, maybe we could say is that at the end of the day, we want a united house which actually faces a world which is much more disruptive. So that's the focus of our team. Rodil Kalvade. Rodil Kalvade. Yes.
Yeah. Good. So what I'm saying is the focus is basically on that part. Because it's a better difference. You are looking at that part a lot because you want people to adapt. You're not looking at more experience like you mentioned. So you're not looking at more experience at its core, how to utilize that part. And if you've been in the corporate environment, our PIP is a sure shot thing for a big slip for you to get out of the company. So I see the focus is more on that rather than an adaptation. The focus on adaptation, which is the part of that. And there is no cohesion of both the places.
So basically over here, so basically the entire strategy is basically divided into 4 parts. Sam, that way. That is one of that 25%.
What you said, right, adaptation. If it's not adapted, you go on PIP. PIP is the performance improvement plan. Okay. Just wait. Performance improvement plan is a clear-cut way because HR policies in India don't allow you to kick any employee off. You put him on PIP and then you put him off. That's what I inferred out of that.
So basically, by adaptation, what we intend to say is basically give an opportunity to that employee. At the end of the day,
you cannot adapt. If you see an older employee, I have seen examples where it's very difficult for them to adapt to an app or something that maybe a youngster can easily do it. What you're saying is, either you adapt, or you
No. We are not set like that. See, we have tried to all the Sam, that the way, all the whole, jargons.
But what
part is your. It sounds a bit sharp.
That part is one of them, but same time collaborative efforts we are putting first. So if you see some, okay. नहीं वही तो हम लोगों ने किया है ना. Starting में तो we tried, you know, it's collaboration, healthy collaboration. We try to convince both. We are the one who we are the, you know, foundation.
There is one more question. No, it's not a question. First of all, appreciate the thoughts that you put in. I just wanted to add something. In my earlier organization, I actually worked on an initiative to address this. I think there is a lot of deep thinking that is required. One of our simple feedback that I use, because we talked about old generation, right? When we used to get graduates from IITs and anything, NITs, the leadership talk used to be given by a 50-55-year-old. Right? No harm in that knowledge. But first day, sometimes they, in that enthusiasm, वो लोग बोलते थे आम्ही कोकणी म्हणतात नाही आम्ही त्रास काढला. So same word in the corporate world, they used to talk about how they used to work. That statement itself used to distance the employees. That one statement. No. So I think adaptation you talk very nicely, but it is not only work related. It is about how you talk, because the generation is not ready to accept. And that, as he said, right, he pointed out, it is not easy to change. It needs time.
I think, Kiran, answering to your point. So,
by the way,
yeah,
I
come across all these kind of.
No, I'm not. I don't want to answer.
He's not against your thing.
I'm not against. What I'm trying to say is, a problem in the corporate is also a problem in the house, and is also a problem in the community. So we have to figure out how we can address that. Very beautiful thoughts.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Because some of the ideas, you know, what I can hear, when they taken them as the management training, because that thought process is beyond anything. उनको directly business ही दिखता है, outputs दिखता है, यही होने का है. So how to take it and how we can support them. Because हम लोग पहले ना बोल दिया, नहीं, see thought process. I can hear from them why ये है, then I can put my experience over there. This is, you know, what we face. Then if we, you know, convince them, this is both हम लोगों ने ये करने का, there is a midway. This is what we have to do. That's what is, you know, we have to.
The language change language.
Okay, great discussion. Thank you so much, number 5. Right job. Okay, I have the results here. So before we go to the results, you know, did you guys really enjoy this?
Yes.
Was it good? So many of you, frankly, are not into entrepreneurship today. But this gives you just a ticklish, you know, this was the whole idea of giving you a tickle.
KME has the result, no?
Yeah.
Take the presentation of this.
Not presentation, so we'll just give a brief.
Okay, sure. Okay, take it. So again, asking the same question again. Guys really enjoyed it, right? This was a good exercise for all of you. So before we move to the final results, which we want to keep a suspense, we'll go to a small presentation which talks about KME, what we are doing. The doors are locked, so no one can go outside right now. And these are just outside table. Okay? So we need at least 10 minutes.
No.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. So it is just
an introduction about what is KME, what we have been doing, what we are trying to do. आज भी दोस्त मिला है हमें, you know, कि what has to be done more. So I think Puneet, can you please help us with that? Thank you.
Yeah. So just to give you a brief idea, you have all attended previous KME sessions. Okay. So now this is our ongoing process to encourage not just entrepreneurship but also to get the people along. This is just our idea. So the idea is to have more.
So the idea is to have more workshops and more participation from both our senior
members who can be of like a mentoring kind of a relationship, and youngsters who have ideas or youngsters who have experience and want to go into entrepreneurship and start their own businesses. So this is just a brief of who we are, what we want to do, and how we position ourselves. The vision, becoming an entrepreneurial community through collaboration and for the betterment of the Konkan Maratha Samaj. And the mission is creating an ecosystem that serves as a springboard for entrepreneurs and professionals to connect, collaborate, and foster an entrepreneurial spirit. So today we had a very good session with Dr. Pillai, and he has highlighted also and given us an idea of how we should roadmap it so that we can achieve our goals faster. So the journey till now, we have earlier when we started in COVID. We had this idea, okay, we meet at most of the events and then we say, okay, let's do something for the community, let's do something for entrepreneurship and business building. And we started with how do you say, webinars to get so we started with webinars to engage our audience right from Karwar to all over the world. And we have now, if you see, we have had multiple webinars with dignitaries and people from our community who have achieved a lot.
One of them is also Ranjit.
Sorry?
One of them is also Ranjit.
Yeah. One of them is also Ranjit, who has with our Dr. Jagdish Thane, he had a very good session for agriculture. We also have a website and we have active WhatsApp groups. So currently we have 9 live members who are stalwarts in our they are stalwarts in their field of operation and also in our community. We have 18 annual members, and we want the model that we operate on is to become a member and an annual member so that the expenses that we incur are taken care of, and you get more and more workshops like this, and also the opportunities to connect with all our contacts and networks. And going forward, we want to have more of these workshops and more of team building and entrepreneurial workshops and seminars and webinars. So just a glimpse of what we have done in Pune, Mumbai, Thane, and various locations. So we have had an annual event in 2024. We plan to have an annual event again, and we, as Dr. Pillai also pointed out, we need to have a networking meeting every month. So participation is most important, because if there is more participants, then it is more, beneficial to all the people that are attending. And you never know, in business or even in entrepreneurship, the more people you meet, the more avenues are open. The less time you spend talking or discussing with others, the less ideas you get. You may read up on multiple things, but when you are actually connecting with people with different domain knowledge and expertise, the more ideas click. So we will have opportunities to connect with professionals and domain experts, and business development, obviously, for not just finding support but posting their requirements, sourcing. For example, Neeraj had posted a requirement of digital screens. Could Sanket's contact be of any help? So if that does not materialize, then we should we'll take the discussion forward with a couple of more people. And obviously, as the sounding board part, which even Dr. Pillai pointed out today, even if you have a particular idea in mind, you might want to sound it off with somebody who has experience in the specific market or domain that you want to execute in. So that acts like a sounding board and also mentorship to help you make the correct decisions faster. And we have some plans of having a startup incubator where we can do evaluation of ideas, creation of business plans, validation and analysis, and then all the additional accounting, taxation and legal services. And also the opportunity to have KME angel investors. For example, if the association does not want to put specific funds in your idea, but a specific investor is willing to, who has domain expertise, that would be a good opportunity to be an angel investor. And obviously building an ecosystem for the growth of the Konkan Maratha community as entrepreneurs and professionals, and collaborating with the strength, businesses and self-sufficiency of the whole community at large. So what's next is all up to us, how we take it forward. We would want you to become not just members but also annual members with subscription, and most importantly be more participative and give your feedback and ideas of what our next sessions could be, what we need to focus on, and what needs to be brought in for us to develop this forum further. Thank you. Yeah. So our live members have contributed 1 lakh rupees per head, and our annual membership is rupees 10,000. So we are open to having more. As you said, as you saw, we have 18 annual members. We would want more of you to join our list of annual members. So we will have some banking details posted also. So if anybody is coming forward, we can have you onboarded for our annual membership plan.
Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai spoke about raising some funds for the prospective entrepreneurs in our community. I'm very happy to inform you that one of our members has come forward and announced a donation of rupees 50,000 to this fund, Mr. Sanjay Gaonkar. So our line of thinking would be to initiate this process of identifying the entrepreneurs within us, those who are interested in taking up entrepreneurship. We would attach one mentor to each of this entrepreneur, and we'll have this exercise of, we are willing to spend half an hour per day with that entrepreneur, and after 1 month and have a workshop where we all come together so we can start that process.
So, Deepak, you want to add anything?
As Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai's talk inspire you to become entrepreneur, youngsters, and those having 10 years, 15 years experience, looking for opportunities. So if you are looking for opportunities, if you are an inclination, we have the time. KME has the time. Time to mentor, time for your business development, and time to even fund. So first funding has already come, 50,000 rupees. More funding will come, and as Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai has given us an action plan. The first, please come forward who has a business idea.
Is there anybody is willing to get into engineering manufacturing?
Yes.
I am ready to mentor.
Yes. So one mentor has come forward in engineering manufacturing. So anybody who has got a business idea
into engineering manufacturing, I am ready to mentor along with cash.
along with funding. Okay. One
funding has already come, another funding intention and mentoring intention has come. So please come forward, register with ourselves, and then we will evaluate your business idea, give you a mentor to train you to take forward the business idea in terms of business planning, the business modeling, in terms of structuring the company, and then when you are ready, we are here to fund. So it may be 5 people, it may be 10 people, but please come forward.
Please spread this. Please spread this out with others also.
And many people have not come, so spread this idea, spread this thought, what we have discussed today here, to your colleagues, to your friends in Konkan Maratha community, and let this community grow. So as he said, we have a life membership where about 9 people have already contributed 1 lakh rupees each. We have annual membership. All of us are annual members here, many of us. That annual membership was 10,000 rupees. It remains 10,000. A new year has started. Many more programs are there. So these programs cannot happen without funding. So there is a funding, that is membership fee of 10,000 rupees. And again, all these will be spent on you and it will give back to you. Right? And we have a QR code here. So anybody who is already a member can give this year's membership fee, 10,000 rupees. And one who would like to become a member can use the code to give membership fee for the new year. And then we will continue this program. Right now also you want to come forward with your business idea, we will note it down and then we start interacting with you. Yeah?
Yeah. Anybody for entrepreneurship?
Raise your hands.
Please raise your hand.
They are all members. First, huh? Yeah, some of them are members, some of them are not. But raise your hand so that we can then adopt you.
You want to say something? Yeah.
Last year I asked you, I was thinking last year that if I come for any program, next time I should bring one person for the program. Who is as a caliber for this. Second thing, I had requested you, you are asking a life membership of 1 lakh. So I was little hesitant, I am a pensioner now, but still I am interested to get a life membership. Suppose if a person want to give 20,000 per year, in next 5 years he will pay your membership. Is it acceptable to everybody? Then we can do this. It is just a suggestion.
So life membership is 1 lakh, but it is your choice. You can become an annual member, only 10,000 rupees.
No, but if somebody has the option of divided to 5 installments, so at a time it is not easy for everybody to pay 1 lakh.
So no need. You can pay only 10,000 rupees, that's all.
No,
right now we have only 2 options. So please pardon us for that.
Implement the third.
Right now, that option is not there. We will consider it. We cannot decide it right now. We will consider it. But right now, these are 2 options.
So for entrepreneurship, those who are out here, please come forward. You can have a separate chat with us when we are having a dinner also. The other thing which you, and also please spread this thoughts with your friends and cousins and ask them to come forward to discuss with us. We would be most happy. Next time when we meet up, we have 10 to 15 additional entrepreneurs in our workshop. This was part of today's KME workshop. The other important work which KME does of getting the youngsters together is the annual cricket tournament which we tied up with LMP and KMY, Konkan Maratha Youth. Milind Gaukar is there, Deepak Sail, Sunil Naik. These are the part of KMY members who had initially started this cricket tournament every year. Last year we started this unique concept of, borrowing the idea from IPL of making 5 owners and 7 owners and 7 teams and such. So this year we are proposing to have our cricket tournament on Jan 11th. that happens to coincide with the annual tournament in Goa also. So we just wanted to take a view. Who is there? Are you okay to have it on January 11th? You are a captain, right? Sorry? You see, January 4th, the challenge is, it's January 1st is a holiday for most of them. If you combine it, it becomes a long weekend. So the participation might be less. I leave the decision to you. We might be.
So you are suggesting January 4th. Anybody?
January 4th is what?
January 1st
is Sunday, right?
January 4th is Sunday, right?
Yeah. So January 1st would be Thursday.
No, he's not about January 1st. He's about January 4th. Sunday.
So Friday छुट्टी गेला, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday long weekend.
Long weekend. 31st December है ना?
People may not be ready after but that will be
So what is the preference? January 4th or
That will be 11th or January 18th. 11th or 18th.
18th will be good.
18th? 11th?
Mindset change होना.
Huh?
You already informed that it is on the 11th of January.
11th of January.
I think 11th or 18th. Because the next weekend, the next Sunday is also 26th and So it will be a combined holiday, same as the case of Jan 4. So I think 11th or 18th is the ideal choice.
18 close it yeah. One of the 18 plan कर दो. No, but are our players playing in Goa? That is the main thing.
So in that case, 18th is a better choice.
18th is the better choice.
Okay. So 18th.
Sanjay? They take me to 18th. January 18th is fixed. And this year we are allowing every team to have 2 players from outside Bombay. Bombay means up to hopefully hopefully Panvel, basically and
so you can have players from Goa, Bangalore, Pune.
Consider Bombay.
Non-Konkani नहीं चलेगा.
Konkani members. And you can have it from Pune, Bangalore, Goa. 2 players.
Many players are in US.
So you have to have 4 players.
लोकल प्लेयर्स
पहिले 4 प्लेयर्स दिला ते खेळ म्हणतले बरोबर That's we are restricted to 2.
Okay.
Auction because we found public elected as a Thane for playing for Western side, but we have dropped the idea of auction. We are allowing 2 members from outside.
Election के ना था election है municipality election
Election on 21st. Availability could be
2nd December Thane election 2nd December Mumbai election Thane 2nd December okay done 18th of January
2 players from outside and should have 8 teams. That's what we would target. Western 2 sides, Thane 2 sides, then बाकी के teams है.
आज पढ़ेलो टीम का सेल ये नहीं कर रहा है क्या? हेलो कितने में बिक रहा है?
ऑप्शन नहीं कर रहा है.
कितने में बिक रहा है? Just become a business now. 5 एग्जैक्टली करो. हाँ. अब मेरे को डोंबिवली का टीम लेनी है. ये 10,000 हाँ. 10,000 का विनर.
शिवला सगळेजण आहेत ऑप्शन आहे का एका वेळेस डोंबिवली घेतलं
बोलो कितने में बेचते हैं
हाईएस्ट बिडर में जाएगा
but they will be properly rewarded at least
डोंबिवली के साथ बुलेट फ्री आएगा और हमें भी वो टीम में इन्वॉल्व कर देंगे
एरो टीम पैटर्न कम हो जाएगा सब वही टीम के पीछे जाएंगे
लास्ट पॉइंट आसा की आमी हे वर्कशॉप करता तुमगेले सजेशन्स उरला न्ही की which topics we should cover. Please come forward with that feedback.
I have already given Anil Lamba.
Okay.
As a speaker.
As a speaker. Okay. आणि एक सजेशन येईल आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजन्स तुम्ही AI सेशन घेऊन लागलेले AI सेशन we can get in touch with Neeraj can help us in having a session on AI.
Ongoing journey. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So just like somebody to ask. Okay, everyone, close book laga dinner let me close. Before I go to the results, thank you again. Sagudan has to be time and Ilan. At like Sunday evening, you all spent with us. So thank you again. From the K meeting, K meeting to the it's Puneet Rane is one of the members. Then Kishore Naik, Deepak Uncle, then Kiran, and Suraj, and myself as well.
So just to interrupt, one suggestion came that do we have a directory? I think we have that, but maybe that's something we can publish so that people can find out who is doing what. That's a suggestion.
You can go to the website. We have it already on the website.
Sure.
The directory should be like the profession should be mentioned and from which area the person is doing the business. It should be mentioned there. And once in a week or once in a month, there should be advertisement of the individual. He can make the advertisement so that people can come to know that from where the business is being done and how we can get the business.
Good idea. So we'll upload our information on the website and then also on the WhatsApp group when once become a member.
See, the website which has been generated, KMErise.com.
Yeah, this is the website.
So I would suggest each one of you to go and register on that website. Once you register, we get the information of each and every person. We have the questionnaire a bit detailed one where we ask.
It's a Google form.
It's a Google form. We ask you the expertise which is there. Once you fill up that information will be available with us and we can publish it.
Sure.
And not only those people who are attending out here, please spread this message to others also. So they also can fill this KMErise.com registration form and we get the maximum data available for networking.
Just one more thing, right? We talked about live membership, annual membership, right? We also need more people on the ground, right? As Dr. Radhakrishnan mentioned, right? As a community to grow, it cannot be only 5 to 6 or 10 people always, right? So some of you might have ideas from your field, from your industry, right? How we can sort of have a value add to it. So that is also a contribution. Right? Of course, the live membership is there, but that's also a contribution. So the more people we have, right, the momentum will get built in the community. There is a limited section of people working. The momentum gen then that rolling will happen fast. So I think that is needed. So whatever might be your thought, idea, see how you can contribute. Okay?
ट्रेनिंग जशें फॅकल्टी आपय जाता तर मागीर एक सजेशन आसा देखो गो आमगे डॉक्टर जगदीश साणेन तुमी वेबिनार घेतला न्ही घेतला पण डॉक्टर जगदीश साणे आमगे हिंग एक मिटींग घेवंक जाय रिगार्डिंग ते आमगे एग्रीकल्चर बाबत आनी ते जास्तीत जास्त पब्लीक आपोवंक जाय आमी प्रत्येक एरिया तुमी सांगा बाबा डोंगर तुमचे 10 येवजार 25 येवजार अशें वॉटेवर not 100 मोग जाय तो आम्ही ऑलरेडी बेसिकली सगळे शेतकरी लोक सगळ्याक गबा सांगतात ते शेत पंजे पडला त्याच खातीर हिंग सांगून घेवन मागीर तो एक प्रोग्राम गांवाक घेवन गांवात जे एक्टिवली आता ऑलरेडी ते काम करतात तेमकां आनी बाकी लोकांक घेवन डॉक्टर जगदीश साणे कडेन आमी एक हे घेया आणि आजचो हो कार्यक्रम एक्चुअली बरो ऑर्गनायज केलो डॉक्टर पिलेन खूब बरी माहिती दिली आणि ते मी आता एक पुश केले चालू करचे पहिले तुम्ही MFT फंड सांगले, सजीव गावकार फंड सांगले, मेट्रोलिंग करचे this is good this one and this is good result आणि असोच रिझल्ट कधीपण येऊ जाय आणि हो पलो काम तुमच्या निमित्ती आम्ही LMP तर्फे पुन्हा तुमचे धन्यवाद म्हणतात, थँक्यू म्हणतात.
So thank you again Sanjay and Yaile for spending your Sunday evening. Just to summarize what we are looking for, our whole goal is entrepreneurship within Konkan Maratha. We custom that is the whole idea. So what we need to summarize.
Spending investing your Sunday.
Say again.
Investing your Sunday. Spending कोणी करता? Sunday spend नाही केला. Invest.
So you have invested your Sunday and given your valuable time to the KME initiative. I hope I'm using the right word. Okay. So what we need is really you have a good big business. If you can mentor someone, that is for the mentorship is what we need. If you think you can help us in any of these activities, you can help us. If you think you have good amount of money, we need money as well to make these programs successful. And last but not the least, if nothing, at least spread the word across that if someone is interested in entrepreneurship, they can at least contact us and we can take things further. So these are the 4 things I would say to summarize. Last is our just an update. 10,000 rupees Madhuri Ella. I don't know but Madhuri 10,000 rupees magile. Ella, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, annual membership, thank you so much.
He has transferred.
I don't know. पैसा आ गया. इसका भी होगा. Okay, so revealing the suspense, the winner for the group session is. Okay, so the criteria was outbox thinking. Out of the box thinking. Chanakya Niti implementation. Third one is what? Presentation. Innovative mindset, leadership, visibility, and the drive. So these were all the parameters in which you have been judged. And the winner is, again, with the highest marks. Any guesses?
Second.
One वाला भी third बोल रहा है. Five.
Second.
So the group is number
2.
5. With the highest marks 72. Second number is 64. I am not revealing the group name, but it is 64. And third is 66.
Very good.
Excellent. Please, why yes, please.
Come forward.
To me, ask.
Milind Babu. Yeah.
I understand. Yes, I'll be more positive. So, come. I request Mr. Umesh Soundke and Mr. Milind Gaukar to please hand over the cash prize of of rupees 5,000.
थोड़ा असं नाव पण दिसलं पाहिजे. थोड़ा.
I would request Mr. Deepak Singh, please come on the stage, please.
LMP members.
दीपक.
Congratulations, group number 5. Excellent work. So we end the program here. Thank you again. The dinner is ready, which we all have been waiting for. Dinner by Tavil Asra. Thank you again for coming. Thank you.
चाणक्य तसा आहे का?
आवाज दिला पाहिजे लक्षात ठेव.